Pressure is not always a sign that something is wrong. Sometimes it is a proof that something is being formed. Today, we're talking about pressure and process. Welcome to the Faith Architect. Now that identity is being established, the next thing we'll encounter is pressure. Not because you are off track, but because you are in process. Many people think that once they are aligned, everything should come easy. But alignment does not remove pressure, it introduces responsibility. The Bible says in James chapter 1 from verse 3 to 4, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, but let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. That means pressure is not empty, it is producing something. There's a difference between pressure and destruction. Destruction takes away, but pressure forms. Just like gold is refined by fire, what God is building in you is strengthened through process. Romans chapter 5 from verse 3 to 4 says, we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, patience, experience, and experience, hope. So what you're going through is not random. It's a process with an outcome. But this is where many people struggle. They want the promise, but they don't want the process. They want the result, but they avoid the pressure. And because of that, they step out too early, they quit too soon. They misinterpret pressure as a sign to stop. But not every discomfort is a warning. Some discomfort is training. Process is where consistency is tested. It is where discipline is proven. It is where identity becomes stable. Because it is one thing to know who you are, it is another thing to remain who you are under pressure. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 10 says, but the God of all grace, after ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. Notice that. After a while. That means there is always a process before establishment. Some people are praying for strength, but they are avoiding the process that produces it. Some people are asking God for growth, but they resist the pressure that matures them. Process is not punishment, it is preparation. When you understand this, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is God forming in me? Because when pressure is understood, it no longer breaks you. It builds you. It builds patience. It builds endurance. It builds depth. And this is where many people miss it. They focus so much on escaping the moment that they miss the transformation inside it. But when you stay through the process, something begins to change. You become stronger. You become steadier. You become consistent. And that is the goal. Because God is not just trying to bless you, He's trying to build you into someone who can sustain what He gives. So don't run from the pressure and don't waste the process. Because on the other side of it is a version of you that is stronger, clearer, and established. This is the Faith Architect. And we do not just speak inspiration, we build lives that stand.